Welcome to the discussion. My guests today are Jill Singer, Vice President for National Security at AT&T Public Sector. Jill, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thanks for having us here.
And Richard Durand, Client Vice President for National Security, AT&T Public Sector. Richard, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Jason. Glad to be here.
Let's start our conversation in a very familiar area, IT modernization. What's interesting about what's happening across the federal community, intel, defense, civilian agency, is you can't go anywhere, right, without this conversation of IT modernization. The administration has put a huge amount of emphasis on it. We have an IT modernization strategy. We talk about the Enterprise Infrastructure Solutions contract as really the linchpin to IT modernization. So there's a ton to talk about. So let me start at the beginning and maybe start with Jill. From an IT modernization perspective in the national security area that you focus on, what are some of the themes, what are some of the things that you're starting to see?
Yeah, thanks, Jason. It is true that IT modernization is a hot topic, or transformation, whatever term you want to use. And our intelligence community customers, the national security organizations, are faced with very similar challenges as the rest of government. They have legacy infrastructure environments that they depend upon in order for their mission to be successful, but they also have ever-increasing demands for greater capability to support global missions, and how they operate that legacy environment while they also transform to the future is a tough balance. What we believe will make sense for those customers is to step into transformative technologies smartly and pragmatically. Don't try to change or overhaul your entire network at once while you're going through a transformation, but do it a step at a time, and do it from the outside edge in, or do it from the core of the network to the outside, so that your mission can still operate and that the customers that you're supporting inside your agency are still comfortable that your infrastructure will indeed meet their needs. And we would also say that for transformation, that there are a lot of innovative and intriguing technologies out there, and so you should really think smartly and look at it from an architecture and engineering perspective to decide which of the intriguing technologies are really necessary to support my business and will really give me lift in my mission.
So maybe that's something we'll hit upon. Let me bring Richard into the discussion as well. Richard, when you talk to your customers, when you're looking at the broad national security community, the IT modernization issue and discussion comes up, what are some of the trends, or what are some of the things you're starting to hear customers talk to?
Well, Jason, most of our customers have been very forthright with us that they're going to need to do more with less. There's just not enough money out there for them to continue to spend the way they have over the past decade or more on IT. So they're going to be looking for innovative ways to bring these next generation of technologies in, and quite frankly, doing it with less people. Have to, as Jill noted, they've got more mission needs than they've ever had, and require more capacity. And we're seeing them do this in some unique areas. I think we'll talk a little bit more about it, but cloud adoption has really taken off across the federal government, including the national security space. And we see this as kind of being the next step for us with networking technologies that are taking a similar path as the cloud did.
I would say that the trends for missions, they are global. The space that we support, national security intelligence community, they have global missions. They, like everyone else, have seen a demand for bandwidth increase because their applications need and their data need to be available at the speed of mission from generally any place in the world. And that the premise upon which iSight was created to do in common what's commonly done is still there. You would not want to serve up 5 different networks to a particular location or a building if you could actually be more efficient and serve one high-side, top secret network that multiple agencies could use. And we are seeing the evolution continue towards common activities. Maybe they're more federated than they are one single activity. That federation is driven by even though it's one intelligence community, there are still some unique requirements and some unique needs from agency to agency. And so the federated approach is viable and will generate improved mission capacity as well as drive efficiency or greatest use of every dollar available, even though it might not look like just one solution for the entire community.